Hey, family. Hey. It is the 18th of April. It is a little after 7 p.m. I have just watched the Braxtons and I wanted to come in and I wanted to speak on it. Um, Family, I so love uh, this show. I love it. I have to say that I can relate to a degree to some of the sisters. I love their interactions with their parents. I love the relationship. I love the camaraderie. Well, not so much of the camaraderie, but I like the way they make up after they go through different things as a family. So I have to say that I really, really adore this show. Um, Tonight, I enjoyed Daddy's birthday party. Family, let me first start off by saying if those of you guys are still blessed to have your parents living, family, enjoy this time because what you need to know is for every year that you get older, they too get older. And right now, family, if you guys have not gotten the memo or if you've been under a rock, we are in truly trying times. And to have family and to be amongst family, sometimes it's all you got. And family is going to be the first ones that are going to be forthright. Now, there can be some family members that have little issues. Coming from a large family, yeah, we've had our issues. And when there's a lot of women in the house, there's always some type of something. Though there was only three girls in my house and my mom, so my mom, I didn't get my period till the sixth grade. But once I got my period, and I had my two sisters, and my mom was having her period too, she bought it in bulk, but at the Price Club back in the day. So I can only imagine how Mama Braxton did for Trina Tracy and all of them, during the time of their menses. But it is truly a blessing and a beauty to see the relationships that they hold with their parents. So, family, I ask that whatever strife that you're going through, whatever push and pull that you're having with your parents, is not worth it. Chalk it up, let it go, and embrace this time because when they are gone, it is a profound loss. I'm telling you, it is a true family. When I tell you that it's a loss, it's like a severance of the full umbilical cord, the whole thing. It can never come back. You can fall out with friends, and you can fall out in relationships. You can even fall out with family members, but with your parents, family, I'm gonna ask that you guys get that right. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Get that right. If any of you guys are having little family problems with your parents, and your mom was just a little nosy, or your daddy, you know, he's not as receptive as you want him to be, or whatever the case. What you also have to realize is this: when you turn 35 years old, whoever you are at 35, that's pretty much who you're going to be pretty much the rest of your life. Now, yes, you can rearrange things, change your eating habits, and go through a mental and emotional cleansing, and different things like that. Go through a spiritual this and that, but for the most part, after 35, family, it is what it is. Your thought process is what it is. That's just it. That's who you are. And as I watch this show, because now it's back on right now, and they're showing Mama in the hospital, and I have to say that this is just so beautiful. It is just so beautiful, and you can tell that yes, they might go through their different things and everything, but when it's time to come together for Mama and Daddy, they coming together, baby, and to see them, though yes, they probably came from humble beginnings, which all of us have. I listen. I'm just 10 straight out of Compton. I ain't nobody special. Know that, okay? But, here they, came from humble beginnings. And then Daddy, here he has daughters that were able to give him, a party, at the Waldorf Astoria or could have gave him something downtown Baltimore or whatever. They did this in the church room, back in the conference room, such and such. Look, well, they did have it catered, but it looked like such and such made a pecan pie. Whoop de whoop made enchilada dish, and such. You know, somebody always got to bring spaghetti. You know that's where it goes down. But it looks like Daddy had it catered and everything. But it was a nice little get down. I did kind of get my chuckles for the night when Daddy came out with the hat and all that other. I said, if you don't knock it off, Daddy, if you don't stop that shit right now, did Daddy not had a hat on and the goatee? I said, oh my, Daddy was showing out. Daddy was showing out. But it was good to see that Daddy is still vibrant. He's 65 years old and he still have this zest for life. And I have to say, you know, and Mama is, you know, she was with him for what, married for 30 something odd years. That's a long time. That is a long time. And, you know, whatever transpired in the marriage, they let that go and set that aside. And now they've gotten to a place where they have a genuine respect for one another. And I love that. I love that. We as African Americans, we need to show that yes, you can break up, you can go through this and that, but still you can have a mutual respect for one another. That's all I've been saying for the longest time. It doesn't have to always end whereas, you know, we fighting and, you know, you a bitch and you a this and you that and your ex-wife is this and this and this and, you know, why? You know, it doesn't have to be that way. And I'm glad to see that they're depicting this on the show, that even though, you know, they're divorced and he's remarried or whatever the case, you know, their children still, you know, this is still Daddy. Though he has a new wife, this is still Daddy. I did not appreciate the sister going up there saying the baby mama. I felt just as Trina and everybody else felt. It's like, no, she's due that much respect, because back when she was the wife, your ass know damn well you was over there, let me borrow $45. You know, I need whoop de whoop whoop, and I need some help on blah blah blah. You know, I'm getting ready to move. I need some extra hands to come and help us move. Whatever the case it was, you know, we're always there for family. But for her to stand before all of you know, family members and friends and all these people and cameras, and then to say his baby mama, very, very poor taste. I didn't like that. I think that she was due a little bit more respect than that. If anything, call her by her name. But to call her a baby mama, no, that did not fit. This is a middle-aged woman that have raised 5 beautiful children, has put up through the thick and the thicker with your brother, and you gonna get before the podium and call her his baby mother? For real? I don't even like that term, no way. But to put that label on her, to call her that, it was rather discerning. It was like, wow, for real, did she just say that? Because that was just poor taste. So after that, and then, you know, they took Daddy out and they, you know, had their little sit down with him after that, and they were still hanging out in Baltimore. I just love the fact that, you know, though Tamar lives out here, she's bi-coastal, she's everywhere. She's down there checking out Mama in Atlanta. She's down there in Baltimore handling that with her dad. And all in all, her husband is toe-to-toe. I love that. He's showing to me that he supports his wife. He's showing a genuine love for her. And I can respect that as a man. You know, for him, though the sisters, you know, they kind of, you know, this and that, feeling this and that kind of way. I think that when there's a whole bunch of women, you know, there becomes a little camaraderie and there becomes a little bit of jealousy kind of creep in. It's not intentional, but it kind of creeps in from time to time, I think. And it's showing on this particular show is the fact that, you know, what is the problem? I truly don't get why, but unless there's more to it that we're not seeing, in which there's always more to it, because whatever happens at the cutting room floor, you know, you don't get that part. But, you know, Vince to me seems like he's a very supportive husband and he loves his wife. What is the problem? She doesn't have to work. She can live a life of Riley. She can, bought mama a Never Full. Mama was rocking her Never Full, and everybody else had they this and that and Gucci's and all this other kind of old business. I'm certain that she does, give her sisters a coin or two for those are the ones that, they no longer do wop wop, and you know what I'm saying? So I'm certain that she is, making sure that their birthdays and things of that nature and Christmases and things of that nature, that she's really, paying it forward to her siblings, in which that's a beautiful thing. And so, Tony wasn't able to make it, and so, I'm certain that kind of hurt Daddy a little bit, but, for medical reasons, if that is the case, she did not come. One thing about having lupus and things of that nature, I don't have it, but being aware of that diagnosis is they just can't do stress well. They just cannot do stress well. And if going and taking that trip and not knowing, how it's going to be with distant relatives and cousins on how they going to act and how they've been acting on social networks and things, maybe she just didn't want the drama. So either way, though, she could have not have went there for that, but she could have stayed at her hotel room, and then the next day, when everybody take Daddy out to the restaurant to eat, she could have did that. But we don't know the rhyme or reason, and we don't know all the circumstances behind it. But nonetheless, I'm certain in her own particular way, she is going to celebrate Daddy's 65th birthday in her own way. So we're gonna give her that. I was really taken back by Kenneth going to go see Tony at home. My heart kind of hurts for Tony a little bit because I think that my sister's just going through some things. I think that, and see, people handle stressors differently. Some people just can't handle stress, and it takes them to a whole different thing, and they want to shut out the world, and it seems as though she's one of them. And because she did a show here around the corner from my house. As a matter of fact, I didn't go to the show. I don't know how the show turned out. I didn't even question anybody, whether or not who went or what. I don't know how it turned out. But she has a very sultry voice, and I can see her doing like movie soundtracks, come in and just do, do a little song, that right there. With her health and all that kinds of stuff, if she choose not to go on tour and all that other kind of stuff, because I think that can be tiring. I believe that it can be, I think it can be something, especially when you have children. And this lady, she has a child with special needs, plus she has her own health issues, plus a divorce to go with it. Yeah, I can see Tony just kind of withdrawing from everything and everybody. I can see it. But it's good to know that, she have a support system, some people that come around her and still embrace her and say, okay, well, look, check this out. Sister, I'm here for you. We can go to counseling. We can do this, that, and whatever you want to do to see her through this time, because it's apparent that Tony is going through a few things. And like I said before, every woman has a story. Some people just needs to give that pain a voice. And once you begin to let it all out and begin to speak it out with your own tongue and be more forgiving and more receptive to change, to small changes, because we are who we are. But sometimes you have to readjust a little bit for certain personalities and things. So, I just hope that Tony truly gets it together and gets back on track. And I'd like to see her do a couple of soundtracks for Tyler Perry movie or, whatever else that, comes down the tailpipe. I would like to see her do something like that. Touring, I think that that's a bit much for her with her, health state. And then too, my girl just been battling something. It's more than a notion when a woman has had two bankruptcies. That's a lot. That's a lot. But for a woman that has financial stability, we don't know. I don't know. It's none of my personal business. I don't care. But, for her to have had two bankruptcies, that's a lot. That's truly, truly a lot. So my girl is battling some things, but I do like Miss Libra. I do like Tony. So it is what it is. So excuse me, that was that. Now Tracy, I am so excited to see more of her husband on the show. Because you would see, Trina's dude. You see a lot of Vince. But to now see Tracy's husband come out to the forefront and, support his wife and give him more camera time and stuff. And they're showing him at home and showing how they get down. And my girl is a bike rider and all that. And see, me and Tracy, could tear some shit up because I like Tracy. I like the realness about her. And she ain't all foo-foo. You know what I'm saying? She's not Hollywood and none of that. It's like, nigga, look, check this out. It is what it is. This is what it is. And that ain't what it ain't. And we're going to do it and do it, move it. I like that about her. And so, they call it a wild card, which I don't think that that's really cool. But I do like the fact that she came in and said, check this out. I've been on my job for 15 years. So it does show that she's had some stability. I'm not getting ready to answer that. It just is what it is. I'm going to have to call them back. I'm just going to have to call you back. Uh-oh. Hold up. Okay. I ain't finna answer that. So I'm just gonna have to handle that when I get to that. But Mama is now, the show goes off. I'm watching it on DirecTV. I have DirecTV, and I also have in the computer room. I have what is that? Time Warner. So I do have cable back there in the other room, actually in Anthony's room. But the rest of the house is DirecTV, so I get to see things on East Coast feed and West Coast feed. So it's coming back on again. Well, it's back on again now. Mama is at the going to go see the nutritionist, and I just love the fact that her daughters are they in it to win it, and that's the way it should be. That is the way it should be, And it's like they're just so supportive of their mother, and I love it. I love that. I can't wait for next week. I hate for this season to end. I just love the Braxtons. I love this show. I mean, it's showing the perils of sisterhood and what happens when there's more than one girl in the house and you brought up with more sisters. I just like the show. Everybody like what they like, and I tend to like this. I'm also waiting for the R&B divas. I cannot wait to see my girl from SWV, excuse me, from Escape. I can't wait for that. So I'm looking forward to that show. So I will go between the Braxtons and this show. I didn't buy into a lot of the other shows because I don't like what they're perpetuating on TV. I don't like a lot of fighting and all that other kind of stuff and shaking tables and throwing bottles and glass and grabbing out weaves and I don't like it. I don't like it. So I don't watch those. But this one, I'm on. So I just wanted to come in right quick and give my little commentary on that. I loved it. It was a good show tonight. A scale from 1 to 10, I would give it on variety because they were all over the place. They showed Mama in the hospital. They showed Tracy out there, girl, listen. Now, see, going to the shooting range is one of my things. I love that. A lot of you guys don't know that, but I do like that. I'm legal. And so for her to do that, and Mama was like so against that, so, and I like the fact that, she bowed down for Mama. I couldn't have done that if my mom was living. My mom wouldn't have went for it either. But, now I can do what I want. So now I had to make myself legal and stand my ground. So anyway, but I just wanted to come in and give my little commentary of the show tonight. I enjoyed it. A scale from 1 to 10, I will give tonight's show a good 9. 9. The only reason why I'm not giving it 10 because I would like to hear more of the brother speak. You know what I'm saying? It's always about his sisters and what they're going on and everything. I would like him to come in and do more speaking. And show more of him. I understand that he's probably don't even want to be involved with the limelight. He kind of want to stay in the back, do his thing or whatever. He probably has a regular day job, wife, children, whatever. And so he just, I guess, probably don't want to be bothered with all that, with camera crews and all that, which that's fine. But, I just kind of wish he would have, he's a junior and his dad was having his 65th birthday. I kind of wished he would have got up and made peace, with the families, with all this right here, and had a whole bunch to say. He could have, and it could have been just been cut out of the show, but it would have been really really cool to see him stand up there, and he's the junior of senior, and for him to come up there and to speak on his dad and his dad's legacy. Oh my God, I think that would have been a tearjerker in the whole building. What y'all think? Am I onto something? I mean, I understand it's not the Braxtons and the brother, but I'm just saying that, tonight I would have really enjoyed to see him speak. I respected the fact that Mama didn't want to go. So I respect that. I respect the fact that she's respecting him in his new life now with his new wife. I respect all that. I agree. That's it. I loved it. Good show tonight. Now, I'm looking forward to watching Fantasia on American Idol tonight. So if you guys have not seen it, some of my girls have hit me up on the East Coast and said she killed it. So I'm looking forward to watching that on tonight. To you guys, I say good night. You guys have a good one. Love you. Bye.